afternoon, everybody. I'm just going to write that number on there because otherwise I'll forget because I must have checked twice already. I am sorry if I'm a little late, although I do have a really, really good excuse today. So if anybody has brought anything from me from Create and Craft over the last few days, then it's just left on my own van. So obviously we just had to help him pack and get everything in there, and it was just like, oh my goodness, I'm supposed to be doing a live, but it's all gone now. It's all gone, and the space now is all nice and empty, so we can clean up a little bit because it's been a little bit like mayhem over the past weekend. But that's all doesn't matter now because do you know what? It's all now all easy and done with. So okay, starting. I'm going to start today with a pencil. I've also got with me my micron pen. I've got my little tortillon, so my regular bits and pieces. And I've also got some coloured pencils. So I'm hoping to add a little touch of colour. So whether you're using pencils, whether you're using pastels, all of the pens, really doesn't matter. Whatever you're wanting to do. Oh, Jackie, I know it's a bit miserable, but let's just make the most of it. We know it's for the best and we know it's not going to be forever. So, you know, let's just chill. Okay, let's chill. So, where are we at then? I'm going to start with a pencil. Okay, deep breath. Woo. So you know what? You don't have to pay for a gym if you work here. Oh, that's such a workout, moving all like that. But, hey, it's great. It's all done and sorted. Oh, hello everybody in Ireland as well, Vivian. Oh, I know, it's dismal everywhere, but you know, as long as you've got a roof over your head, you've got some warm clothes, food in the cupboard, and we've got our tangling, that's all that matters. Oh yeah, so John's at home today. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. He's had to go and get some bits and pieces on his car sorted, so he's over there with the dogs. Oh, Barbie can catch up with Marie later because it's still going to be there, so I'm sure she'll understand. Okay, all right, so I've got my border today. That's where we're going to start. And just for a moment, I'm going to come in with my pen and I'm going to aim for the centre-ish. I mean, it doesn't mean that you've got to, you know, try and work out exactly where the middle is, but I'm going to create a little bubble. I say a little bubble. It's a little bit bigger than a little, so if you just hang on a moment and I'll show you sort of size that I'm working to. There we are. Oh, hey Sue. There we go. So you can see there, if you look at my pen lid, for example, and I put that in the middle, it's a little bit bigger than the pen lid, about 2 or 3 mil all the way around. So there we go. All right. I know, Bob. Sanntangle first, of course. Okay, for this bit now, I'm going to come back to using my pencil, and you'll understand a little bit when we get a bit further in, but we need to sort of do pencil to start with. Let's add in a bit of a line here. I'm not getting right to the top, as you can see, but, you know, I've got a decent size. Oh, did they, Glenys? Oh, because, you know, I know that everybody wants it for Christmas, and I've worked, well, me, John and Leslie have worked really hard this weekend and today actually to get everything out. So everything is now on its way out, whether it's in the post from me or whether it's Hermes. So I just fingers crossed. Yeah, look at Leslie Elf, look, there she is watching today because she can. Okay, so we've got this line here and here. And I'm sticking with the pencil, and what I'm wanting to do is to create that kind of curved shape there. I'm going to turn my tile and again around there. Oh no, I've got a bit of a confession to make though. I have packed somebody's little fairies, and what, you know, the little slot that holds the wings on, I did find that on the desk, so I know somebody's got one missing. If it's yours, I apologise. Just let me know and I'll put it in the post for you. But okay, so yeah, I'm doing it this way just because then I get a similar curve on both sides. So it's not that you can't do it any other way. I just find that easier to do because then you see my curves are very, very similar. Okay. So again, I'm just sticking in pencil just for a moment. Now, you don't have to do this in the middle. You can do this anywhere. You could sort of do it further up, further down if you wanted to. And then this bit here. I'll turn my tile. And this one here. And this one here. Okay, that will make sense why it's in pencil a little bit later. Okay, so I'm going to come back now with my pen. And I'm going to start to work on, so it doesn't matter which side you do this on, but I'm going to work on the left. If you want to work on the right, it's fine, but we're only going to work on one or the other. So if you decide you're going to work right hand, then you've got to do all of them right hand, just so we're clear on that. So, okay, here we go. So I'm going to put in, let's do it that way. I'm going to put in a line here. And then bring it down. Good morning from Canada. Is that hi, Tammy? Hi, Bob. Okay. So I'm going to do another, but I don't want it to sort of be the same level. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. And then bring it back down. I see it's not going right into the point there. I've got a little bit of a gap there. Let's do another. Okay. Alright, so that's that bit done. So we could do another one, but I'm going to leave it at that. So we've got 3 going on there. Okay. I think while I'm here, I'm just going to pen in that side, because that's okay. I'm going to pen in that side, but not this one. Alright? Okay. So to my tile. And again, let's just pen in that little bit there. And that bit there. Okay? So same as before now. I'm going to do that curve and bring it down. And then another one. And bring it round. See, that's a bit thinner, a bit fatter. That doesn't matter. And bring it down. Okay, so I've got the 2 going on there. Oh, Denise, you're still working. Yeah. To be honest, I am. But I don't think this is work. This is like enjoyable. You know, and if I'd got a boss, I'd be saying, don't tell the boss. But I am the boss, so it's okay. There we are. And let's have another one in there. So again, I'm doing 3, but you might find you want to do 4 or 5, whatever. But I've got another pattern coming in anyway somewhere, so maybe it's best just to stick with what I'm doing for now and then change it up a little bit later when you know what you're doing. Okay, and here we go again. Look, there's my first one. Not into the point, it's just slightly off there. And let's do another. And then another. Okay. So let's have a quick look at that. So this is what we've got at the minute. Okay. So let's go back up again. And I'm just going to focus for a minute on this first one we drew here. And I'm going to just imagine that that's one whole shape. And I'm just going to add in a bubble in the middle. See, there we are. So it's like it's going all around. And then I'm going to create another bubble here, but you see it looks like it's going underneath it. And I'm just going to fill in that little bit there. And then same here, so it's going to go around. And sort of just as though it's going underneath, a bit like peas in a pod. And then just ink those edges there. Alright, and same on this side now. Again, I'm going to come round and just fill in those little bits at the bottom edge. I might even actually just fill that in. There you go. Okay. So, next one. And the same, it's the one to the left, the first one in there. I'm going to put in that first bubble there. So it looks like it's going underneath. And then around we go with that one. Just fill in that bit. And then around we go with that one. Okay. And then here, so you notice that I've started in the middle and then I work outwards from both. It just means then that you're getting that first bubble there. Obviously if you want to do it a different way, if you want to have your bubble at the top and work down, that's absolutely fine. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's lovely. Thank you, Karen. Trust me, without all of you watching, and getting on board with this, I don't think I would have had as good a year either. So, thank you, everybody. And I hope you noticed, I put some dates out earlier. So if you're up for this challenge to get the 100 tiles before the end of the year, then I have put some dates down. I mean, of course, you don't have to watch live if you're busy and too busy eating Christmas cake. Then that's fine. You can come back to it later. I just think it'd be quite a nice challenge, wouldn't it, to get to 100 before the end of the year? That'd be great. So it's a bit of a challenge for me because obviously there's another, we're on 93 today, there's another 7 tiles there to do, so I've got to, work on that. But that, that's my challenge, and that's something I'm looking forward to doing. So if you can stay with me for that, that would be lovely. But it's entirely up to you. All right, putting a bubble in the middle now. Okay, a pat. Oh, Vivian, that'd be great. Yeah. And I might even, depending if I've got a cake, I might even, have a cup of tea and my birthday cake on the 30th. So, well, we can all share in with that. Lindsay, I haven't made a single Christmas card yet. So, Mum, if you're watching, I'm sorry if you're not getting one. I've sent you a present. Okay. So, again, doesn't matter which side you do, but once you've made your decision, stick with it. So, for example, if I wanted to do lines this way, then I would then turn it round and do the same again. But I'm actually going to work from here, and I'm just going to aura that line there. And then along. Oh, Vivian, I've had my obligatory mince pie. I only have one a year. Already done and gone, had that one. Yeah, Ree, that would be great. Yeah, if we all sit and have a piece of cake and a cup of tea, that'd be lovely. Well, I don't know, if you might even indulge in a Prosecco, although, to be honest, if I'm sort of like doing a tile, maybe Prosecco's not the right way to go. Maybe afterwards. All right, so you see here, I'm just auraing that first line and just working my way around. And same on this one. There we go. You notice that, you just keep that curve going till you get no more space. I'm going to just add one in there. There we are. All right, let's have a look at that there. All right, so we've got that in the middle. You can see where that's going to be shaded, I'm sure. A lot of things we can do with that. But now I want to focus on the rest of it. So here we go. Remember we left these gaps here. I'm just going to take it up there a little bit because I want you to see that shape and the rest of this tile. So, okay, we're ready for this. Deep breath. Whew, got this. Okay, I'm going to come in with my pen and I'm just going to add in a bit of a wavy. Go to the border. All right, you might want to just watch this just for a minute just to see where I'm heading, okay? And then again. Now I'm going to not go right to the end here. I'm just going to go from here maybe. And I'm going to pull out and add another sort of a little bit of a wavy line, see? Yeah. And then here, I can split this space. You see, so got one there, and then one there. All right. And then the same sort of thing here, look. If I actually now go from this line and bring in another, it's going underneath. Okay. And then from the end, so I've got that first almost little bit going on, but then I'm going to come up. I don't want it to be right on the end there, so I'm just going to sort of do artistic license. There we go. And then again, if I take that down, so you imagine that's going to split somewhere down there, and I've got another one there. Okay, oh yeah, look at that. So here we go, that's where I'm at. Like, it's come out of there, and then it's come up, and I've split that, so I've got 2, and I've got 2 there. I mean, you could split it into 2 or 3, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to go with that. Now here, look, you can see why we did that in pencil, because I can come in now and just draw in the rest of that shape, and I'm going to fill in that bit there with some black ink. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at that. Oh, do you think so, Kathy? Yeah. Oh, I thought Friday's tile was a bit of a challenge, but yeah. Okay. All right, so the next one then. I'm going to just pull that up again. So here we go. I'm just working on the next one now. So I've turned my tile. And again, I'm going to come from here, and I'm just going to pull out and a little bit of a wave, look. And then again, I'm not going right at the bottom there. I'm going to start about there. And I'm going to bring this one out and then expand it the other way. Okay? And then let's just put that little gap in there so that sort of splits. There we go. And then again, if I bring this one out here, there we are. I'm not trying to make it the same as the last one. It's going to be slightly different there. And then let's pull that one out there. And then here, look, I'm just going to bring it back in. And again, that's going to split somewhere underneath here. So I'm going to, there you go, sort of split in there. All right. And then I'm going to turn it. And again, I'm just going to go over that pencil now and add in those lights. And then, of course, just fill in a bit of colour. Oh, nearly had a sneeze then. There we are. Okay. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so you see that's where we started and we did those ones. That's the second. So if I now turn my tile, all right, and then let's do the same again. So here we go. All ready? So from here, I'm just going to bring that in and out. So it doesn't matter where it lands as long as it's on the border there that we've drawn. So I've only got one there. Okay. So then here we go. Let's have another one there. I think this time I'll make it a little bit wider so we get 2 in. There we are. And then, you see, so it doesn't matter. They don't all have to be the same. Oh, Pat, you wait till we put some colour on this. Honestly, yeah. I enjoy doing this one. I enjoy doing them all, of course, but I do quite like, you know, when you're not quite sure how it's going to work out, because of course all your lines are going to be in different places, and it sort of moves and grows on its own. All right, so here we go, fourth one. So this time I'm going to bring that way, and then again I'm going to pull it out so I get 2 this time, and then down we go. You see? And then same again. Okay, and then bring that one down there, and again bring that one out here, and then just bring those lines back. So that one's going to go in there. And then of course, just penning in that shape now. Now we know what bits we need. There we go. Just fill that in with bit of black ink. There we go. And into those bits there. All right, let's have a look at that. Oh, look at that. Okay, not quite finished yet though. This is the challenge bit. No, it's not really a don't panic. Don't panic. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, remember this where we started here and pulled downwards. This time, what I want to do is just focus. Imagine that this is going all the way through and then back out on the other side. So let's just pull that through there. So here, and I'm going to follow it and follow it and follow it, and it comes out there. So let's do this one, but see it's coming up against something there, so I'm going to go underneath and back out again. So of course then it needs an extra line, and then I'm going to extend that, see, from there to there, and then bring that back in. So I've got 2 lines that way. Oh, deep breath. So let's turn it round. It's funny. So here again, we've got this shape, and this is going to come underneath all of these. So it might come underneath. I'm going to pull it out here, and then it's going to go under there. All right, and then again, let's take it up there, and it's going to go slightly under there, and then again, let's just give it that double line that it needs, all underneath, going to that border. Okay, and again. So following that through, remember, here we go, it's going there, and then underneath that one, and then this one, underneath, okay, and then again, just bringing it down, it's going to sort of split off there, and then last one, following that again, from there, underneath, and then this one I might just do one with this one, so you don't have to split it all the time. Alright, okay, let's have a look. There we go. So we've got, actually, yeah, there's quite a bit going on there now, isn't there? I'm quite into that, it's lovely. So here we go. I'm going to now put my border in. So I'm going to slightly curve those corners, okay, and just taking it from one to the other. So here to there, let's just join that. So you're going to get a little one there, and then into this one, and then joining this one. And of course I've got that slight curve on the corner again. You don't have to. I know, Julie. Leslie's on the case. Yeah. I must admit, when we packed everything this morning, we did have a quick staff meeting. We did have a cup of tea, and then we actually sat down and said, right, okay, what are we doing now? I think first port of call is to tidy up. Yeah, it's a little bit of mayhem at the moment here, but we'll have it ship-shape in no time. Okay, so I'm just following it all the way around. Okay, see, I'm just curling those corners a little bit. Oh, okay, so let's have a look at that. All right, so all these little lines now all going off and around the border there. And we've got all coming out, going in, got the border covered. Okay, so, whew, that's it, that's the hard work done, honestly. Okay, I'm going to come back to the centre now. Now I'm going to come back to a classic, one that we all know and love pretty well. So I'm going to draw my dot, and then I'm going to add a bit of swirl in there. But then I'm going to just, on one side, yeah, I'm going to just add a little bit more of a thickness or a weight to that bottom edge there. You see? Okay. And then, same again, there's that dot. And just draw around, and then again add some weight to that bottom edge. Alright, let's just have a look at that. Okay, so again, back in. Now, the idea is I'm not going to fill this whole shape with these. They're just going to be a little bit of an enhancement. There we go. So I'm going to leave it at that 3, but I am going to fill that little bit in there. Okay. And I'm going to turn my tile, and I've got this space, see, because I'm working close to this. And then again, another dot. And let's put some in here. Now, I'm not on purpose going to put 3 in here, because obviously I'd got 3 in the last one. And again, I'm not trying to sort of keep the sides the same. You see, I've actually worked with the heavy bits, the weight sort of towards the bubble. I'm going to put another one there. Okay, so I'm not filling the whole space. Okay, although if I've got a tiny little gap, see, I'm just going to fill it in, but I'm not going to do anything with that one. All right, next bit. Oh, Catherine, really curfew. My goodness me. Okay. There we are. And then I'm going to put a little one down there, see, nothing much, and then a little one up there. There we are. Okay. And then around here, see, all these spaces are going to be slightly different sizes, but we didn't want them all to be uniform, so adding some of these in different places now doesn't really look unusual because everything's different. All right, let's have a look at that. Okay, you see where that's got to come in? We've not got it completely filled. Okay, so I'm going to leave it sort of, I think I'll leave it at that distance out, just so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to add some more of these little swirls, and again adding that little bit of weight just on one edge. You see, my edges, I'm always working towards the towards the centre. Yeah, but that's what we've got to do. We look to next year, you know. It's sad that this has happened, but you know it's happened, so we've just got to get on with it, you know. And that's how it is. Again, I'm not looking at filling all of the space. I'm just having a few in. You can always come and add a few, okay? Oh, thank you, Debbie. I'm glad you got them. That'll keep you busy. And you think each book, if you did it, would take about an hour per tile. So there's 12 hours just with the tiles. And then, of course, if you start putting them on pages or making them into books and putting them into books and things, you've got hours of fun there. It'll keep you quiet. Here we go. All right, so you can see where this is sort of heading, as I'm adding some of these in, but I'm not overdoing it with them. I'm not filling the whole space. I'm just doing a few to give me that extra pattern. Okay. I know, Catherine, it's funny, isn't it? Yeah, sometimes you don't want to be sociable, just want to do our own thing. I just think you don't have to say yes to those parties that you don't want to go to. You know, you can say, well, do you know what? No. Alright, let's have one here. I'm going to do a few different sizes as well. I don't want them to be huge. Oh, Debbie, just do it. Just do it. It's just a bit of paper. You know? If you put it on, you can always add something over it if you need to, or it'll be fine. I think it's a great record, so it shows you what you know, what you've done and how far. It's been such a story, hasn't it, this year? You know, it'll be such an achievement to get to that 100. It's well worth it. And they're all totally different. What a challenge. Ooh. Okay, as I say, I can always go back and add a few more if need be, but I'd rather put some in and go back and check it rather than put too many in and find that I didn't want all those. Oh, Gail, yeah, if honestly, it's in the hands of Hermes now. And my objective was to get them out today, which is the last posting day before Christmas. So we've just got to pray to the Hermes god that they'll get there, because they were all there, they're all out already, so they will. And if not, we know that the videos are there, so you can still go back to them if you need to, so don't think you're on your own. Okay, just going to have a little one there. See how it's building. There we go. So I've got some. I'm not really putting many around the outer edge. I'm just sort of working. It's almost like quite a scramble of them here, and they're sort of starting to sort of, they're let loose, and off they go, doing their own thing. So take your time with them, there's no rush. Alright, so I'm just going to fill that bit there. Just keep it going. There we are. No rush at all, just fill in those little gaps in. And sometimes you've got to will yourself to stop and say, do you know what, there's no more, stop it. Put a little one there. There we go. Alright, and same with that one. Okay. There we go. Yeah, once I've done this, I'll click on the dispatched all, so you should get notification then as well from that. So there we go. And one there. So you see how sometimes just not filling the space and leaving some of it makes a difference, and it just gives it that little bit of something that's yours. You've decided where to put each and every single one of these swirls. It's your design, so everybody's will be totally different, which will be nice. There we go. Okay. And there we are. Just no rush, working my way around. Oh, Catherine, that's good. Glad your dog's fine. As well, actually, Seth had blood tests on Friday at the vet, so just wanted to make sure, because he's getting on a bit now. Wanted to make sure everything was okay with him. You know, it's always worth checking, isn't it? Well, Benji's decided that he's going to bark now. He's getting used to hearing his own voice. Usually it's just to talk at you, but now he's having a bit of a bark. He's been a bit quiet, see, this time, but yeah, it's going to be quite a bark, actually, because it sort of echoes a little bit. See, just in that little bit of weight as we're going round. Right, let's just have one look. Okay. Let's just put one there. see? What's your choice where you want to put them? How many? If you want to fill it with them, you can fill the whole space with it. I'm not going to do that. All right. Oh no, Karen, it's funny, isn't it, when they first start? They don't know when to shut up then, do they? No. All right, so I'm just adding a couple of sort of little bubbles, you know, just around, not in too many places. I don't want many. There we go. And then see there, just the odd one. I know sometimes, well, where do you know where to put them? But you know, the idea is that they are sort of random. You want different sizes if you can. I don't count them particularly. It's, you know, it sort of almost feels like it's. Imagine that you've blown some bubbles. We've all done that, haven't we? With a bit of washing up liquid. I'm just going to put another one there. See, it looks a little bit odd. So imagine that, and imagine where they used to go. You know, flowing away and. So not those. There we go. All right, let's have a look at that. Oh, look at that, eh? Let's have a little. There we go. So that's the drawing elements done. Although actually, I think let's just stick with the pen for a minute, and let's just have a look on the corners. Now see, just on here, I'm just gonna add in some bubbles on the corners. Have a look there, see? Just sort of a bit random. Any little gaps, just fill in with ink. There we go. All right. And there, a little bit, see there, nothing. Let's just fill that little bit in. And then the same around here, just, you know, just little bits. All right. It just takes the edge off that corner bit there. Keep them different sizes, they don't have to be even. Just need a few. And let's focus on that corner bit there. So it's just sort of helping it down and then let them start to move away. And then of course you get any little tiny gaps, just fill them with ink. See, look at that little gap. There we go. Do one there, look. Bring that in. These are great because, you know, if you've done the border and you think, oh, I'm not so sure about that, or it's not as straight as I would have liked, then this is the time that you can go in and, you know, just add a little bit to it and just manipulate it a touch. See that one I'm just going to fill. I'm not going to put any in there. Just a couple in there. And there. A few in there. Let's have one there. And then fill in that corner. Just working it round. And then into this one. Okay. That's got a corner there. You see, I'm not sort of trying to fill all the corners. I'm just going in. It's just enhancing it a little bit. Alright, there we are. So I'm not there. And again, just filling in any of those gaps if you need to. It's just nice to have something in there. There we go. Let's put that. Oh, let's have a look at that. There we go. Look at that. What difference that makes. Okay. Are we ready for this then? Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with a regular pencil and a tortillon, and I'm going to do all the shading work there, and then I'm going to come in with some coloured pencils. If you've not got any, it really doesn't matter. Or if you want to come in with pens, then you can do that, or whatever you want to do. The only thing I would say, if you're going to use watercolour, I perhaps wouldn't shade with a pencil first, because it's going to muddy your colours a little bit. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. So okay, let's start in the centre then, and I'm going to add in, let's have a look, some pencil this side here, and a little bit this side. Okay, turn it round, same again, there, and there, and around, and there, and there, and then that one, and that one. Okay, might even put a little bit, tiny little smoke on there. All right, so then I'm going to do the bottom. Let's do the bottom of all of them, and then the top, that one there, and that one there. Now you can see here that obviously these little peas in a pod, just add a touch of highlight there to them, and I'm going to add a little bit of pencil just down the sides there. See, I've not gone all the way down, don't need to, just a little bit there. Okay, so then on to the next one, and I'm going to do the same again. Look, all the way around the base, then some at the top here, some at the top there, the top there, add in that little highlight, and then just a little bit on this sides, and turning it round again, so all across the bottom, and then, oh, almost did then, see I nearly did that one then, but that's okay, a little bit of a highlight, and just a little bit on the sides, okay, and then same again. Oh, let's do the bottom first. See this one, you know, it's nice to repeat it, but sometimes you think, oh, let's change it up a bit, done it that way first. Okay, so then I'm not going to do anything with these at the minute. I'm just going to now focus on these sections here, and I'm going to add pencil around the inside of these shapes that we've created. Okay, so in we go. Don't worry about being too neat, but you don't want to colour the whole space, because we're going to leave the centres with a little bit of highlight there. So I'm going around the edges. Okay, same with this one here. See, I know it's a slightly smaller area, but I'm still going to do it. I want a bit darker in that bottom bit anyway. There we go. And next one. Just filling that space in. Just working my way all the way around the shape. And then same in this one. And then up this one. And through there. See, I'm just working along each one, just taking my time. I mean, if you forget one, it doesn't matter. I think you'll notice it when you start to shade it out. Just work your way around them all. See, even that one in the middle there. And that one. And then here. So I'm not being particularly neat at the minute. It's just about getting some of that pencil down. Can neaten it up in a little bit. Okay, and then along this one and into those. So it's sort of starting to take shape already. You can see which bits are going to be sort of darker than others, and where this is sort of taking us. You might decide that you're going to do a little bit and then use your tortillon, but sometimes I like the grand reveal. I like to do it all at one go. There we go, so that's all our pencil in. So tortillon now. And let's start again in the centre. And I'm just going to ever so gently just soften the edge of that. Because I don't want to go into the middle, because I want to keep that little bit of highlight there. You see, I'm just softening, but not really wanting that graphite to travel too much. Just in little bits. Okay, it's nice and gentle with it. Let's have a look at that. You see? Okay. So then, these ones, I'm just going to push it up, but not all the way. And then into that one. So you see why I only did a little bit of pencil there, because you don't need a lot. It's going to do the job anyway. And I want to keep a little bit of the paper there. Again, let's just sort of swirl around there and then just soften that and push it towards. Okay. Alright, let's turn it round. Same again with this one. So again, just push it up. There we go. Then of course, a bit down the sides. See, I didn't put any pencil down there, but there's plenty of graphite on my tortillon to deal with that. And that one. And then let's just work our way around those little bubbles there. And again, it's just looking down. Okay. Next bit. So here we go again. Same thing. Just pushing that graphite up, adding that little bit of a shadow there, and then coming in and doing those top bits. Okay. And same at the top there. Alright, then that way and that way. Along there. Just gonna that one, and see those side bits, little bubbles. Okay, so far, there we are. So these bits, I'm just going to come in and just sort of swirl around the edges. Just want to soften it up a little bit, and I'm just sort of slight, neatening around the edges if need be. But there's no rush, take your time. And the idea is that you're going to leave a little bit without any graphite in the middle. So it's giving you this little bit of a highlight. There we are. Okay. So just be light with your touch on the tortillon. You don't want to press too hard, or you'll find that it doesn't sort of get a little bit lighter as you go in. It just sort of stays at the same intensity, and you're not wanting that. So let the tortillon do the work, not you. You just soften around the edge. There we go. See, I'm not going to do too much there because I still want to keep that little bit of a light highlight in the middle. Now working my way around. Oh, it is Nadia, isn't it? This, when you think it's just a bit of rolled up paper, that it's making all the difference, isn't it? There we go. So no rush, I'm just taking it easy. Well, same again. Just going around each bit separately. And that's where, if you've not quite drawn up to the lines, you can come in and just add that bit in. It does, doesn't it? It's quite, I like this one. There we go. Again, we're not worried about trying to colour the pattern in or show that off. That tangle that we did earlier now is in the background. We don't really need to see everything. We need some levels and depth, and that's where shading brings it more to light, because you can see where certain things work. There we go. here. And that one. Oh yeah, Joe, I'm going to bring some colour in a minute, so I'll probably bring my pen back as well, because at the moment it's got the shading, but it still needs a little bit more, because if we're not careful we're going to lose that lovely shape in the middle. So I'm going to use colour to bring that out of itself. But we'll address that in a minute. Let's just work on this first. Just see, this looked nice actually, wouldn't it, with a black tile and using metallic pens, things, that'd be quite nice. Right, see, let's have a look at that. Okay, so we've got the shadows in, but I'm going to come back in now with my pen. Here we go. And I'm just going to go back around that bubble in the middle. There we go. Okay. And then where I put the shadow on each of those sides with that pencil, I'm just coming back in and I'm going to draw in with my pen those lines again. I think it's starting to be, we do a lot of graphite, and it's nice to come and redefine certain areas again, just to sort of say, look, I'm still here. Okay? And the same here, look, I'm going to bring that in. And then this one, just doing it on that one side. Because of course if you do it on both, you'll find that you've just drawn an outline, and that's not what we want. We want some idea, or we want to sort of like a little bit of an illusion and tell your eyes that there's definitely shadow there, so you'll see it more three-dimensionally. There we go. So you can only do it on certain areas, because otherwise it'll just all be the same level again. We don't want that. Okay. And into that one. There we go. Alright. So that's that. So we also need to just enhance this border a little bit. So I'm just going to add a little bit of weight. Not to all the sides, but just that outer edge, and maybe down a little bit. See, so maybe just a little bit, and then just add some weight there. Okay, so I'm not overdoing it, but I'm just giving it something that's going to add that extra little bit of depth. Okay, so same again. Now the beauty of this as well is we can turn it round and use different sides, because we're not trying to represent or recreate where the light's coming from, the light source. We're just some shadow. See, I've gone over that one just because it gives it that idea then that it's underneath, definitely. Okay, into that one, and then that one. Okay, and this one. See, I'm just going a little bit down, and I'm just thickening that up. So again, I'm not drawing around the whole thing to create an outline, but it's just giving it that little bit more. There we go. And then if I turn that around, just give that in. And there we go. And this one. Around there. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to do on the inside, because again, it's we don't want to sort of hide that. We want to bring this bit out. So we've done as much as we're going to do with the pen, and I'm going to bring some colours in now. So what have I got? I don't have my regular Brunswick here. They're in the car from the show still. So I've got a few just, regular pencils. Let's have a look. I've got a couple of pinks, a couple of oranges, maybe a little bit of a darker red. Let's have a look. Okay, so here we go. I've got a bit of the swan, so maybe use those are quite similar. Bit of a pinky colour and a couple of like orangey colours. And then of course, it's not right if you've not got a white. There we go, so I've got a bit of a white. But you can use whatever colours you like, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to start with my darkest. There we go. Let's just bring that in a bit. And I'm just going to add the darkest, you know where I've added the shade? Just in that bit there. You see, not too much, just a little bit there. And then a little bit just at the tops. Okay. You see where I've got my little peas in a pod there, I'm not going to touch them at all, I'm going to leave them. But I'm going to do the same with this on the others. You see, I'm not really colouring in, I'm just going over the top where that grey is. There we go. Okay. And then a little bit there. Okay, little bits in there. So I'm not particularly pressing on, it's just about applying a bit of colour to start with. There we go. Alright, and a little bit there. Oh, Kathy, yeah, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Alright, so same again. Look, I am pressing on a little bit more there now. You see, that's just bringing that to life a little bit. Let's have a touch around those edges as well. See? There we are. Yeah. So I'm going to come in with my sort of my mid colour now. Add a little bit of that in there. Again, I don't want to overdo it. Just wanting a little bit. Now I've already got the shadow and the shade in, so that doesn't matter. It's all about adding these colours in now, isn't it? I'm just going over where my shadow is, just on those bits there. See? Okay. Now when you're using coloured pencils, I'm sure you all know, but I tend to build it up in layers. So I'll always put my first layer down quite lightly. And I know it takes a bit longer, but it's almost like you're placing it and you're saying that's where my colour's going to be. And you can always come back and build it afterwards. And the more you build, the more layers you put on, the more depth you get. So, but I'm sure you already know that, so don't need me telling you how to colour. Okay, so I'm going to bring this orange in now. I'm going to use the brighter one. I know, Sheila, yeah, that's a funny one. And I do use that a lot now as well, yeah. I was only going to do 12. I was. But it's funny how life, you know, and things turn out, things change. You just don't know. Okay, throw a bit of yellow there. That's sort of a yellowy, goldy orange, isn't it? Again, you can come back and you can press on as much as you want and you can have a real solid colour, but I quite like the idea that you can still see the shadow and the shading underneath. It's got a bit more of a vintagey type of feel, hasn't it, when you can still see the pencil underneath. There we are. But okay, so let's just add a little bit of colour in there. Let's have a look at that. Oh, Gail, look at you, yeah. That's nice as well, you're giving it to a friend. Okay, so I'm going to come in with a purple colour. Just want a little bit more of a darkness. There we are, just in that bottom area, you see? And same there. So I'm not really colouring, I'm just applying a little bit of that blue. And the same there, look. Same there. I'm not going to do it on the outsides, but I think I'm going to bring, I'm going to do with a brighter red. Let's have a look. I've got a brighter red. Just going to add a touch, you know, just to the edges there, just to sort of bring that out a little bit. I know I used a darker red, but I'm just pressing on a little bit more now and just enhancing that just a touch. see why I want to use this red in a minute. There we go. Alright. See one of them. So I'm just going around the top edges. And of course, there's that white. You see where we've just got this little bit here. I'm just going to bring them together there. See a little bit there. It just, you know, reinforces that highlight. And because I mean the white, it's just you know, doing a final blend really for all of them. I mean, if you wanted to, you could keep going back over this, but I just want that hint of colour in there. So there we go. Same there. I might actually come back with my chalk pencil in a minute and do a bit more highlight in there. Let's have a look at that. Okay, right, I'm going to stick with that red, and let's have a look. We're going to come back now. See, remember these? We've not done anything at all with those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with that red. I'm going to press on, but get a little bit lighter. See, so pressed on, a little bit lighter. Okay, because then I'm going to also bring in a bit of that sort of goldy yellow. I'll just bring a little bit of that. And see, now I've gone over the top of where I was a little bit light with it, and it's just blended a little bit easier. Let's have a little bit. But I've not gone all the way. See, to these edges. Okay. Next bit then. So again, that's just, again, I'm going to press on and then just lighten up a bit. Press on and lighten up a bit. And then bring in that orangey colour. See? Then into the next bit. See, press on, just get a bit lighter. And then this little bit where you've got lighter, you can come over with that colour and it'll blend a bit easier for you. Okay, I'm going to touch in there as well. See, I might even go back and that touches in. And then this bit. There we go. So press on, get a bit lighter. Okay. There we are. Back in with that yellowy colour. And then of course, back to the white. I'm just going to sort of finish those edges off. Oh, I do apologise, we're going off screen there. I'm just going, you know, in where I've put the colour and just sort of finishing it off with the white. There we are. Alright, so look at that. Okay. Oh, Chris. We're back. I actually might have some in stock, if I'm honest. It might just be that I've not added them to the website. It's just that now, obviously, Christmas and posting, you wouldn't get them now before Christmas anyway. So I'll have a look over the holidays, and we're doing a stock check over the next couple of days. So job done. And I'm going to leave it there. Now, I have got one that I did before. It's very similar, but I used sort of a red and a green, just so you can see the difference. And if you have a look at it, you can see there that it's slightly same but different. Perhaps, you know, I spent a little bit longer than an hour on it, but there we go. It shows that, you know, it doesn't matter what you do with it, you can get something a little bit different each time. So yeah, have a play with this one, enjoy it, you know, have a bit of fun with it, and, you know, try a few different things with it. But yeah, so that's our tile 93 done. Tile 94, now this is a little bit, you know, different, because normally it'd be like, oh, I'll see you Wednesday or Friday. Tile 94 is tomorrow. Whew. So I better get myself sorted with that one. To be fair, I've got one sorted, so we're all good. So I will see you again here, if you can make it, at 2 o'clock. So fingers crossed. So have fun with this one, get this one sorted, and be back and ready tomorrow if you can at 2. So yeah, I've enjoyed that one. I hope it's made your day shine a little bit brighter than everything that's going on outside at the minute. So have fun, get it in your journal, get some work done. This is going to be great to actually expand and do different things with. So yeah, I will see you again tomorrow. So until that time, have a cup of tea, put your feet up, and yeah, have fun with it. Right, you take care. Bye.